Coverage you can count on. It's the KFOX 14 Morning News.
Heavy showers and thunderstorms from former tropical storm Odile bring record rainfall and flooding, causing numerous problems all throughout the borderland overnight and into this morning.
This morning we have severe weather team coverage from the hardest hit areas throughout the borderland and a live report from a high water rescue on El Paso's east side. With that, good morning everyone. Boy, it was a rough night. Welcome to the KFOX 14 Morning News. I'm Shelton Dotson.
And I'm Stephanie Guadian. We want to go straight to meteorologist Brad Montgomery, who begins our severe weather team coverage this morning. Brad?
Yeah, good morning. As predicted, the rain chances really ramped up overnight. The heavy rain did come through. Let's take a live look outside this morning right now. Complete emergency care, 66 degrees. Now let's take a look at where the rain is falling. KFOX early morning storm track Doppler. There you see the extra tropical low sitting out there over southeastern Arizona. Lots of rainfall out ahead of that, still poised to move in our direction. As we zoom in just a little bit here, Las Cruces still seeing lots of light to moderate rainfall in your region. El Paso, we're watching some heavier stuff off towards south and west as that continues to move off toward the east and northeast. Talking about some temperatures out there right now. Currently at the airport, temperature in the 60s, about 66 degrees, a light rain shower, north winds at 10. Las Cruces right now, temperature 64 degrees. Your forecast for today, that system taking a more southerly track, 90% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 80 degrees El Paso, mid 60s for tonight, 50% chance of storms, 76 degrees for you in Las Cruces, 90% chance of showers and storms. We'll keep tracking that activity out there for you this morning. Coming up.
Thank you, Brad. Let's take a look right now at your traffic in El Paso. Good news is no accidents to report at this time, but check it out. I want to give you a view of Montana and Airway. You can see over on the far right lane, it is ponding there. It's flooding there. This is where, on times like these, is where you want to leave with some extra time for delays. There's flooding all over El Paso. Also, it's starting to rain, so that's enough to slicken the roadways, which means you're going to want to be extra cautious and leave with extra time as you head on out. And coming up in the next 10 minutes, I'll let you know which roads are closed due to flooding, and of course I will be keeping an eye on all the roadways and updating you every 10 minutes. Shelton?
Christiane, thank you. We continue with our severe weather team coverage now, where it's the central area of El Paso, including that low-lying area of I-10 that really tend to get hit the hardest whenever we have these powerful storms come through the borderland.
And this includes traffic troubles for many on their daily commute. KFOX 14 Morning News reporter Genevieve Curtis is in central El Paso, keeping an eye on this developing situation. Genevieve.
Stephanie, Shelton, we're pretty dry for right now. Hopefully it stays that way. I-10 is reopened this morning after being closed for several hours last night due to the flooding, but the gateway here by Copia is still closed. I just want to show you all the debris that's still in the road. When we were driving here this morning, we noticed dozens of cars that were abandoned on the interstate, as well as different parts of the gateway and the streets in Central. It's actually a little haunting to see those cars just abandoned. There is a storm pond right here because this area gets hit the hardest, as you mentioned, every time we have one of these storms, and they have workers from the Public Service Board and the water utility trying to pump the water out because it is extremely full. So any more water that we get today, any more rain, it seems likely we would see that same type of flash flooding. We're going to keep an eye on this situation here and keep you posted as things develop. Reporting live in Central El Paso, Genevieve Curtis, the KFOX 14 Morning News.
Genevieve, thank you. KFOX 14 Morning News reporter Bill Malugin was in central El Paso when the storm hit last night. He shows us how flooding is affecting local businesses.
Right now we are near the intersection of Wyoming and Magnolia. It's in central El Paso, just off of I-10, and we got some major flooding going on here. First off, we've got some type of a storm sewer drain completely overflowing right now. The water is rushing into this. Take a look at this. We got about 2 feet of water just standing still at this intersection right now. We got cars submerged. If you take a look off in the distance right now, it looks like authorities are trying to either pump water or move this car that's completely submerged in water right now. It's got it midway up to its doors. We actually just finished speaking with a business owner. He's walking through the water over here right now, desperately trying to make any sandbags he can. He owns this bar on the corner of the street right now. He says the water's been coming in and his entire livelihood is in that building. He says the water came in and started ruining things. He's trying to get out everything he can. As you see, he's got a box in his hand right now. He's desperately trying to save his business. If you take a look at I-10 right now, the freeway completely stopped. Traffic is not moving, and if you zoom in, there's actually people out walking around on the freeway. They've gotten out of their cars. I've gotten text messages from people who are in that traffic saying they've simply gotten too impatient and they've been waiting there for over an hour. So right now, the rain's starting to come down again. Our chief meteorologist has told us there is another barrage of storms on the way, so you're going to want to stay off the streets. Reporting in central El Paso, Bill Malugian, the KFOX 14 Morning News.
And that business owner that Bill just mentioned spoke with him as he was trying to save that business. At the time, he said 2 inches of water had already gotten into the place which he runs. That's the 5 Points bar, by the way. He says that he was worried about some electrical items such as the coolers, the refrigerators, those items that are just simply too heavy for him to move. So he unplugged everything he could and says that he would spend the night hoping that his makeshift sandbags would hold through the evening.
I'm a mom and pop ownership over there, and I can't afford it. My whole life savings tied up in that place. I can't afford to lose anything, so I'm trying to make all the sandbags I can make, and I'm trying to get my place secure so I can at least save something out of it.
Here's another look at the enormous amounts of water which flooded around that same area. This was the scene along Gateway West and Estrella. That's in central El Paso when the first wave of storms hit shortly thereafter. This is part of the water flow which poured right across and shut down Interstate 10 that Jen told us about. Only higher profile vehicles were actually making it through, and a lot of debris was washed away. No doubt some of that debris restricting the flow of water through storm drains in that particular area.
6:05 now. Rescue crews work to save 2 people from drowning.
That happened after their vehicles were swept into a reservoir in East El Paso during last night's downburst. KFOX 14 Morning News reporter Clarissa Tapia continues our severe weather team coverage. She's live at the scene of that rescue. Clarissa.
Around 9 last night, fire crews made their way over to this water reservoir where 3 vehicles carried by strong currents slipped right through this fence. Firefighters, divers, and even Border Patrol agents teamed up to rescue 2 people trapped on the roof of their vehicles near Bywood Drive and Escarpa Drive. A total of 3 vehicles were swept into this water reservoir. A boat and rescue diving team were used to bring the 2 people to safety. A third person whose vehicle also submerged into the reservoir was taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
The story was that the lady got out of her vehicle and swam to the side and then went down the street and called for an ambulance.
And then shortly after the rain started to stop a little bit, we saw the fire trucks coming and blocking off the roads, and we knew something bad had to happen.
The scene was cleared out by around 12:30 this morning, and firefighters say it was lucky that no one died in this incident. Reporting live in East El Paso, Clarissa Tapia, the KFOX 14 Morning News.
And there was another water rescue last night in central El Paso on Yandel and Sabeda. Witnesses say that the driver of the car, an elderly woman, was conscious and moving. This is video of that car being towed away.
Still to come. A borderland town which got punched in the gut by floodwaters last year takes a shot to the chin with this latest storm.
The damage left behind after last night's rain in La Union. Brad?
And there's still lots more rain out there. Taking a live look outside this morning. A rainy one for us today. 66 degrees, complete emergency care. I'll tell you how long the flooding threat will last. The KFOX 14 Morning News, its coverage, you can count on.
Your day faster than severe weather. It's crucial you have a head start. Our exclusive storm tracks will alert you down to the minute they will hit your street. You only have one chance to be prepared, and we have you covered.
Emmy award-winning severe weather coverage you can count on.